welcome to a special episode of Pod Against Evil. Well, I shouldn't say that. They're all special.
They're all special.
This one's especial, like especially special. Double special? You know what?
Special squared.
Yeah, no, it's what's in who's talking about the special squares? Why, it's me, Nick, the Merc with a mic, and my fellow co-host over here,
Travis,
the god of the pod himself, and we have a very special guest with us for our special podcast.
Okay, the word special has lost all its meaning now.
Yep, it's now forbidden. I agree with that wholeheartedly, but we have a very fantastic guest with us today, and that is Angie. Say hi, Angie.
Hi. How's it going?
So, Angie, you are involved with a fan club for our favorite show, Stan Against Evil, the Stan Against Evil fan club.
Yes.
So, obviously, we love the show, and we realize that, you know, someone running the fan club would almost love it as much as someone who's running a podcast about it. So we decided it was either we do a recording with you or we fight to the death to see who was the biggest fan. And I'm glad we did this, because I'm bad at fighting.
Yeah,
I'm real bad.
I don't want to clean up that mess.
It not good. So it is lovely to have you on, Angie. We are about to meet in person because we are both going to be attending New York Comic Con pretty soon, and it's right around the corner.
Without me.
Well, maybe one day, Travis. Maybe next year. There's always next year.
Maybe San Diego, Travis. You never know.
Yeah,
San Diego does come first when it comes to the Stan events. So,
yeah, come on, San Diego. You'd love San Diego. Ron Burgundy's from there. You always love it. You always stay classy in there. But Angie, this is my first time at New York, and I'm a little nervous. So you have. This is not your first time. How many times have you been to New York? New York Comic Con, I should say.
Well, New York Comic Con, I've been there twice, but I was born and raised in New York, so this thing is like second nature to me.
Okay.
The thing that I love about New York Comic Con is, in terms of cons, it's the second chance. So if you don't get anything at San Diego because the lines are too long or just two coasts, if you're all the way on the East Coast, it gives you the opportunity to meet your favorite stars. For me, IFC is located in New York, so that's the home where Stan's made. You know, so for a fan, one of the things that New York Comic Con had that San Diego never had was an actual setup of Stan's place. They had a tour where you can go through, and I think you can find it still online, where people can actually go through the Stan house. I don't remember if it was last year or the year before, but yeah, and just that's awesome. You know, just to be in the same space and the same chair. Come on.
Oh my god! You know what? Yeah, fuck them bringing around the Game of Thrones chair and the Iron Throne or whatever. I want to sit in Stan's chair. That
watches all those great TV shows.
Beer, come on, that's like the ultimate. Stan Against
beer in
Evil
one hand.
Yeah.
The recliner lever in the other, just ready to kick back. That's how I want to watch every episode of Stan Against Evil now.
We need a recliner.
You know what? I'm going to invest in a recliner.
I have a Papasan chair.
We have to do it right to get the right ambiance, the right experience. That is amazing, Angie. I'm very much looking forward to this year. What do you think I can expect from this year? I've seen Janet in a panel setting before, and she's great. Mm-hmm. How are some of the other people in the panel setting?
So Dana is a hoot. I mean, you get all this background information. You know, Dana is a fan himself when it comes to horror and sci-fi and a bunch of other things. So hearing fans talk about what they love with other fans, you can't get better than that. You've got Johnny C there, and man, the stories that they have about how they get to the places they need to get for their characters, wild. And season 3 is going to be awesome. You know, you had those shots with that trailer that came out during San Diego Comic-Con with the puppets, the killer puppets.
So excited.
Which I believe are called the Nubbins from the interviews I've been conducting, which is just an amazing name for murderous puppets. I don't know why, but Nubbins sounds right.
There's the other thing that I'm looking forward to is the Denise episodes, where she essentially is a Buffy the Vampire Slayer
all I ever wanted.
It's all we... At this pod... okay, it's no secret Denise is our favorite character on this podcast. And Denise the Vampire Slayer has been a running theme since, I want to say, like, the halfway through season 1. It's all we've ever wanted. And now we're going to get it.
Yay.
I'm so excited.
Dreams do come true.
If you believe hard enough, maybe your Denise will also slay vampires.
One of the things that I'm really wanting to see, so if fans are really listening, a Denise the Vampire Slayer fan, I don't know, drawing, painting, something, that needs to happen now.
Yes.
Get the fan work going on.
Yeah, get your Buffy axe on there or something, or like a crossover, like with the stakes in two hands or something. Like that would be pretty good.
That and her pink dinosaur bag.
With some stakes sticking out of the back of it or something.
Yes.
Like, that. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited for season 3. I am also excited for for New York, and I should mention I'm excited to meet some Stan fans over there because Stan Against Evil Fanclub is having a meetup before the panel.
Yes.
So I'm very excited for that. I think the location is to be determined, correct?
Well, actually, we're going to meet in front of the Stan room.
Okay.
We're just going to have to find a place. And that room where the Stan Against Evil panel is going to happen is room 1A06 at the Javits Center. So we're going to meet like a little bit earlier at 3 p.m. So, a bunch of us can get together, talk, meet each other. One of the things that we're going to be doing is we're going to have some giveaways. I'm going to have, unfortunately, only one of the Stand Against Evil lunchboxes with me, and we're going to have like a little contest. So, but we'll have other giveaways like hats, pins, all that fun stuff. And then you get to meet other Stand Against Evil fans and talk about the show just before the panel. Plus, Nick, you're going to be there.
Yes, I will be there with bells on. In fact, I am working on a little something right now. My own contribution is to bring a new friend from our podcast. I'm working on it right now. I'll keep it a secret since I'm not sure if I might not have it. I've been promised by the person I'm working with that I will have it in time. But there is going to be a certain new friend of the pod that we're having created that I'm going to try and bring to get some pictures with some of the Stan fans to make their grand debut. But that's still all hush hush, all secrets.
As he says it on the podcast.
But I'm building anticipation, Travis. Come on, you know I'm a showmanship with or without pizzazz. And speaking of pizzazz, I am looking forward to because I know the previous San Diego Comic-Con had the awesome trailer for season 3, and I hear tell that there will be a new trailer for dropping at this one, and I'm wondering like what more could they show us to get it? I don't think I could get more excited.
Really, I don't think you can either. It's worrisome for his health.
Like, what have we already seen from the first trailer? We've seen Dana. We've seen the Scully and Mulder parody.
Yep.
We've seen kaiju battles, murderous puppets, vampire Janet. I don't know if I could handle more. Angie, what would you say is your the most like anticipated episode that you've seen from the trailers? What's the most anticipated aspect you've seen?
Well, 2 pieces. Why the hell is Kolchak seeing Willard's mill? Why is he there? He's going around investigating, taking pictures.
Right.
One of the things that we see in the trailer is he's going around flashing photos. Hopefully it's photos, nothing else. But that, and then you find at the end of the trailer, Stan is meditating. What the heck? I mean, Stan Miller meditating?
That's how the trailer ends, is like this, where he does like that prayer thing, that prayer pose, and he's like, Namaste. And I'm very, that is very un-Stan like thing to do. Like that's something evil Mirror Stan would do. Like, is evil Mirror Stan back? What's happening with that? I also have my questions concerning that scene.
Well, you would have to kind of wonder because, in the trailer we see, gosh, I can't, damn it, Emmett's character.
Oh, Gerard Duquette.
Gerard Duquette.
Yes.
and Gerard Duquette is Evil Stan, so you'd have to wonder if Evil Stan is back.
Sure. Well, that's always a contention thing I was wondering too, because does Gerard Duquette summon an evil copy of Stan, or is he Evil Stan in disguise?
Ooh, that's a good question.
See, I have my own theories on it, but I feel like it is ambiguous, and we do see Gerard Duquette very prominently in the trailer, which is very good. We've
enjoyed him so far, so I'm glad he's coming back.
Oh yeah, and as far as Emmett Hunter goes, the podcast or the interview I did with him is already up and ready for you to consume, and I highly suggest you do so because he's a very, very nice man and very interesting to talk to. He was on Atlanta. It was we had a whole conversation afterwards off mic of how like he was like, it's so weird. I didn't realize at the time I was doing a scene next to one of the most influential figures that I would ever be with Donald Glover. But yeah, that's up on our previous catalog as well as plenty of other interviews, including one with Mick Ignis, who is a new recurring villain, which I find very interesting. Is that
the Horus?
Yes, Horus.
Oh yeah.
So this is the first time we've had a recurring villain that hasn't been the Constable.
Right.
So and from the look we get in the stills and the promotional stuff, he's got this real neat look too, like this practical, like, I don't know what you call him. He's kind of like, he's got like the fringes. They're not horns, but they kind of make him look like a bull demon or a minotaur.
Yeah,
but
just kind of classic demon-y thing.
Mm-hmm. Like he does look like something I would shoot in a Doom game,
right,
or something. Like, and so I'm very curious as to the longer form storytelling that might bring up.
Another thing that I noticed, just to bring it up, there's a lot of fire.
Oh yeah, like there's explosions and fire all over the place in the trailer. I think
sounds like maybe Bruckheimer or Michael Bay decided to visit for a day and kind of Rob Cohen. We must have circular explosions and tons and tons of bombs and fire. I'm like, okay. This is interesting.
A Michael Bay directed Stan episode where Stan just like stands in slow motion in front of the billowing American flag and just
No, now you just want to go watch The Rock, Nick. Come on.
I'm just saying that if John C. McGinley wanted to put on a Scottish accent and fight Nick Cage at some point, I'd be down with it.
I like to imagine more just that Michael Bay shows up on set and things explode. He's not even directing. It
just happens?
It just happens.
It's just like the special effects teams hate it when he comes around because all their explosions just go off. It's like they know. Well, I actually have, speaking of expectations for season 3, I have a live update from our other regular guest, Les Weiler, because I was just talking with him about season 3 and I was asking him. And here I have a quote from him. Of course, I asked him, like, hey, what are you expecting? And he wrote me basically a novel back.
Essay.
So I'll keep it brief to the short bits of it. He says what he's expecting / wants from season 3, more blood, more monsters, less Evie as a damsel, exactly the path they're on from season 2. Denise taking over town as witch is the dream, though. Or taking over as town witch, like I guess taking over for Claire. And just being half terrible at it. Drinkwater becomes sheriff, but she lets him get killed on accident. And then just puts etc. Like I'm supposed to know exactly what after that is.
You do know exactly what's after that now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Les has never been quiet about what he thinks the show should have, especially when the blood and gore parts.
Man, he's so specific.
He's only ever asked for more blood and gore.
Has he ever watched Ash?
I think he actually wasn't crazy about Ash. Or
are you kidding me? And he's a blood and gore fanatic, and he didn't like it.
I'm having a hard time remembering our conversation about it. Do you remember, Travis?
I do not offhand remember.
I think he just fell off before he finished season 1. I don't know. He watches a lot of TV, and you would think Ash vs. the Evil Dead, like even just from episode 1, how much blood and gore is in that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you ever pick it up again, one of the things about the third season, the third and final season, was the blood and the gore. They pulled all the stops, and maybe it'll be what you were looking for that wasn't in the first 2 seasons. Yeah. But if you want to really understand Stan Against Evil, you have to take in where it came from. I mean,
Right.
one of the things that we have to thank Ash for, because if Ash didn't come along, there would be no Stan.
Oh sure, Ash is the progenitor. Without Ash, there's no Cabin in the Woods. Like literally and figuratively of like both the movie titled Cabin in the Woods or just the concept of Cabin in the Woods movies.
Right.
No Tucker and Dale. Like that pretty much comes from there. That tone of things. No The Final Girls. Like none of that. So yeah, I'm super excited. Travis, what are you expecting from season 3?
Honestly, again, just more. I'm so excited about the idea of Denise being a vampire hunter. That's the main thing I've been like so happy about so far.
I actually hope that's the second from last episode. Like, yeah, I hope it just builds and builds and builds, and then we get that one, and it's like the dream, and then we have the final finale, which is always the more what do you call it? Always the more plot, emotional, big beats and stuff. Like if vampire if the Denise the Vampire Slayer episode is as good as we think it is, I want it to be like the one of the cappers, like the one of the last things we actually see to go out on that note.
But I have very similar feelings with Les, that I do really like the direction season 2 is going, so I do hope of just kind of progressing down that route. I love what we've seen from the trailer so far of these concept episodes are great, because who doesn't love concept episodes?
Oh yeah, like the I love just the idea of this moth, David Ketchner Mothman monster.
Yes, this
kaiju
battle going on.
Yeah, with miniatures around, and at first I thought they were actually destroying Ponytown, like another Ponytown thing, and I was like, no, Denise will be so sad.
She'd be so crushed.
It's just. But that we will have to see how that works. I love the creativity and just ingenuity of like Dana Gould's mind of just like where his mind goes. And I think you're right. Like ever since like season 2 has been just like dialed into the exact right tone that I absolutely love in a series like this. So I also hope it keeps up from that.
I mean, we've even been like recently converting friends of ours to watching the show because nerds love things.
And that's the other thing too. I mean, the thing about Stan that I also love is the fact that it doesn't matter where you come from, you will find something in Stan, whether it be, the musical nods to ELO, David Bowie, or even when they did Fear of the Dark Nod in one of the lines that Stan says to Leon when he's, tripping. And then that's just music. I mean, then there's the horror, obviously the horror nods. I mean, we're looking at possibly a nod to Dark Shadows with this new Eevee vampire thing. Again, bringing back old classics like Kolchak. There's just so much. And then that's the other thing too, Easter eggs. Have you guys caught all the Easter eggs? Because on the fan club we discuss this a lot. There's just like little things that pop up and you have to do double takes. Like we have people watching episodes over and over and over again.
Coming through them.
No, I've only caught a couple of things. Like I love Stan Against Evil is one of those shows that you can't watch and do other things like in the background or whatever, because there's jokes like set up in the set design in the background. Like the funniest thing to me are the magazines.
They're so great.
All the magazines are awesome, and the magazines like come back later.
Yeah, they're recurring themes.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, like you think like there's only one instance of a divorced female sheriff. Like no, there's like Eva wears a shirt at one point in a later episode, and it's just like an amazing like attention to detail that I love. So I know I'm probably missing some like. Every once in a while, I want to catch it in the fan club. I always appreciate it. Like, oh yeah, I was told, that one went over my head, and so I'm always glad that they're picking up my slack and catching me up on stuff.
Like the sensual hobo covers. If you actually read the titles, I mean, those are hilarious. It's just something that again you go over, you put it in slow mo, and you just kind of put it on pause when you hit that point, and it's like. What? But even there's even spots in the cinematography, like the Werepony episode. If you actually get a frame of the Werepony episode and compare it to Alien, that one scene where, the mother alien is right up, mouth open against Ripley. I mean,
Very classic scene.
Oh, yeah, with David Ketchner where he's tied up and he's got the werepony saliva is even dripping on him.
Yep.
Right.
All that's missing is a smaller werepony mouth to shoot out of that mouth. And I love that. Man, that's great.
So there's a lot of hidden gems there that, when you really get into the show, I mean, there's so many layers and levels. I mean, I can't get enough of it. I mean, the show's brilliant.
All right, you twisted on my arm. I'll go in for a 5th rewatch. I mean, I was going to do it anyway.
And definitely share them, because, I mean, I get surprised every time. I think I know everything, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, man. Yeah. Like someone told me the other day that there was a spider on Stan's chair, and I don't know if that was supposed to be there or that was just like coincidence that there was a spider dropping on his shoulder and crawling, and I'm like, are you sure that's not dust on your screen or something? And they're like, nope, take a look. So now I'm about to go back and check that out.
No, what does it mean? What does the spider mean?
Who knows? Another. So this person is a fan of John C. McGinley, and that crossword puzzle that he's doing in one of the episodes has his kids' names as part of the crossword puzzle.
Oh, that's
like,
cute.
Oh, that's great.
Little things that is just all right. It gets, into the, all right, that's a little bit too much, but hey, we're fans of the show. We love it so much. We're picking up on what they put out.
No, that's fantastic. I'm curious. What is your favorite episode so far?
Honestly, it has to be Girls' Night Out.
Ooh, the Jeffrey Combs. That's a good one. That's good.
I mean, that's the first time that we actually see mostly Evie and Denise. And actually, Evie in a different light, because, I mean, I kind of see Janet as a very strong character, but a lot of times it's Stan. Stan. And Girls' Night Out, it's Evie. The majority of the show is Evie, and I'm just like, wow, this is awesome. We need to let Janet let loose more often. And same thing with Denise. I mean, I think, isn't that the same episode where... she does the rap. So that's her first musical stint.
There's a what do I do? There's a madman in my house, but the what do I call the cops? But the crazy person in my house is a cop. Oh no!
Right.
So what a nice rap boom. What my favorite part about the episode is just the box wine that she just sticks straw. She sticks that straw in and goes to town. I'm like, yeah, you go, Denise. You just. It's like it reminds me of that was that Jim Gaffigan joke of when I take the lid off of a tub of ice cream, I throw it away because I'm not a quitter. And I feel like that's the mentality of just sticking the straw into a box of wine is this is my night, box of wine night. So great.
And I love that episode too with the popcorn. Where she uses the popcorn as lipstick.
Me so pretty. Mommy needs makeup.
Yeah, that's the number one, in the fan club when they do an Evie thing. It's usually the mommy needs makeup or I'm gonna be so pretty. That's the favorite gif. So
she does have this great insane look on her face. Yeah. Whoa. What does she say in between that two? She says something about I need a living person's makeup. You want me to wear a dead person's makeup? It's just a great crazy rant that I love. And you're right. Normally it's John C. McGinley that does the big over the top rants. So it's nice to see Evie get to go a little bigger in the episode. Mm-hmm. Plus, I just love Jeffrey Combs. I don't understand why more horror comedies don't have Jeffrey Combs in them.
I want Jeffrey Combs to come back. I mean, what happened? His character burned to death.
Yeah, he melted.
So what?
Yeah, they Wicked Witch of the West.
Yeah, but I mean, he did say at San Diego Comic-Con, Dana did say that, there are possibilities of characters coming back. So I hope he does come back, because I think that when he and Stephen Ogg were on Stan, that was pretty epic. I mean, they did really great jobs. I mean, that's one of the ones. Actually, just to bring up episodes, last year they released an episode early. So I'm wondering if they are going to do that at New York Comic Con also.
I would love that, because last year they released the Were Pony episode early, which was awesome. Like, it was great. I mean, we did need to know that the pony needs blood. Like, it's important. It was important that we all knew that before even season 2 even started. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, or any other like special announcements they might have, because you never know what might drop during like big cons when everyone's looking.
Yeah, it's only a few weeks away. It's like what, less than 2 weeks?
Something like that, yeah.
I'm very excited, and I'm again excited to meet all the Stan fans there for the panel. And did we get a thing? Who's all going to be there? It's Dana, Janet,
as
and John,
far as
for sure.
I know right now, it's Dana, John, and Janet. But I mean, that can change at a moment's notice.
Sure.
Let's make sure that everybody knows. So the Stand Against Evil panel is going to be October 4th. That's the Thursday. It's from 6:30 to 7:30 in room 1A06. Yes, and then we'll be meeting the Stan Against Evil fan club, and Pot Against Evil meeting is going to be 3 p.m. in front of that room. But you always want to get there early, because it's nice to sit in the front row. But more importantly, if you're going to get autographs, it's probably a good idea to sit in the front row. So that way, you'll have your chance. And the last few times they've done that too. They've taken pictures with fans. They signed autographs. So, I mean, that's not beyond the realm of possibility if that's something that you're looking forward to.
No, that is absolutely great. Is there anything else you wanted to mention for the Stan fans listening?
Yeah, I mean, we do a lot of exclusive giveaways just in our Facebook group, and that's Stand Against Evil Fan Club on Facebook. You can find us just by typing that in the search bar. But there's a lot of things that we offer that we don't do in our other social media. We have like special trivia. We do, like, for example, this past weekend we just gave away one of those Stan mugs that the cast has been getting. The one with the curse, the sheriff's, Willards Mill Sheriff's Department.
You mean the one I'm drinking currently out of right now? That's right.
Yep.
We have our own official Stan merch that we use for the podcast now.
So, I mean, sometimes we'll give some of those away. And then, we've got a lot of different things going on. We do fan meetups when we can. We're trying to arrange watch parties, and we're global. We're not just, Stan fans in the United States. I mean, I've got people from England, Ireland, all the way to Italy, France. So, definitely come aboard and join us. And we want to push for a season 4. That is the most important. We love Stan. We want Stan to keep going. So anything that you have, any ideas, anything that you can do to help the show continue, let's work together. Let's make it happen.
Yes, and I couldn't agree more. I want season 4 to happen as well. Yes. Shovels up. And if that's not enough incentive, if you remember from our Janet Varney interview, she was currently like, oh, I'm actually writing an episode if we do get a season 4, and it's Denise focused. Come on, guys, you know you want that. You want it so bad. Like, so help out the show. Go and buy the merch at Shop Against Evil, which is that's the URL for the.
It's the easier URL because I mean, Gold Label. It's like Gold Label because Gold Label actually does the merchandising for a lot of the AMC shows and IFC shows. So you kind of get lost if you put Gold Label / blah blah blah. So if you just do shopagainstevil.com, it goes straight to the Stand Against Evil merchandise. You don't have to stop and look at anything else unless you want to. And then it's pretty the turnaround time is pretty quick. They do international shipping. Also, there's a guy on Twitter, and sorry for singling you out, but his Twitter username is at BLAKERR. He is with the Gold Label Company, and we've been tweeting him, letting him know that we want things like a divorced female sheriff shirt.
Yes.
A sensual hobo shirt, things of that nature. So, and we also make sure IFC is, in the loop as well. But anything we can do to keep our Stan Against Evil, let's do it.
Yes, you'll definitely regret giving me that Twitter handle, because I'm just going to be constantly bugging him about stuff about like I got one word for you, man, and it is were pony. Give it to me. But
I think people want it so much that they're just holding back. Because everybody's been like, were pony, where's the were pony stuff? And and I wouldn't be surprised if that might be a release for Christmas or something like that.
A Christmas were pony. Now I'm just imagining an ugly Christmas sweater with a were-pony on it.
That's amazing.
And I'm kind of in love with it. I'm into it. But that is great. Yes, so definitely go and get some shirt there. I'm currently wearing my Don't Crap an Apple shirt. So yes, and there's all other kind of cool shirts that are available there. So show your love for the show and wear your love for the show. So that's it's a double-edged sword. You give them the money, the support, shows interest, and people will ask you about your rad new shirt, and you get to say it's from this cool show that I love and you should love too. So it works out great for everybody. And yeah, definitely hang out in the Stan Against Evil fan club, because we
just added also the ringtones. So we have new Stan Against Evil ringtones. Like one of the things that they uploaded the other day is when people in Willard's Milk call each other, there's like that noise.
Yes.
So that's a downloadable file in the fan club.
I saw.
So your phone can ring, or you can actually send that to someone and have that. I know that they're working on a few others. So, but that's another new thing. That's just exclusively Facebook fan club.
Oh yeah, and that you want that. You're too cool for school when your ringtone is someone talking an old 50s phone voice style. Just.
What I also want someone else to do, putting it out there in the ether, because, sometimes people have very creative imaginations. Waze has there's a GPS app called Waze, but it has a function where you can create your own voice.
Okay.
Oh, to give you directions.
Mm-hmm. And, there are people who've done that. They have a Darth Vader one. They have a Snoop Dogg one.
Janet actually did one as Cora, now that I remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be cool to have Denise do one?
I would never get anywhere. I would just have her direct me everywhere. Just like, your destination is, I know where my destination is, Denise. Just talk to me more. Tell me where you've seen the sparklies. Or whatever.
Tell me to get my mini pig. Where is it?
You're gonna want to turn off here, or maybe not. I'm not sure. These things are so confusing. She gives one of her little grunts. Man, I love that. So, Andrew, this has been great. I am so glad we had you on. Is there anything else you would like to mention before we wrap the podcast here?
Nope. Just come out and meet us. It's New York Comic Con. The meetup is actually on the day of the stand panel, which is October 4th. I already have a few people that say they're going to be there. Again, we're going to have giveaways too. So if you want to be one of those people that happen to win the coveted lunchbox, you got to show up. You got to be in it to win it. So, and then, we're going to do things too. Like if you're a fan of the show, we're going to be filming people talking with some of the cast and little things like that. We want you to tell us what you think of Stan Against Evil, and then we'll actually put it online. So you can show everybody, hey, I've got love for this show.
yes, it's a call out to you, Stan fans. That is, show up and show your support. That is what my mindset is, right? And I am looking forward to it so much so that I literally can't wait. I think I'm just gonna put myself in higher like a carbonite freeze until it just happens. Because
you got to make sure when you go, you have to make sure that you have your packets of salt. You've got to make sure you've got a shovel with you, because you never know what you're going to see in the city.
What am I supposed to do? Buy condiments? Jeez, suckers game. I keep that instead of pepper spray. I just run into more demons than muggers. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for listening. It's been an absolute pleasure. We'll see you guys in the next episode, and I will see you guys at Comic-Con. Other than that,
awesome.
You can always contact us if you would like to share your love, or if you want more information about Pod Against Evil. Contact us at podagainstevil@gmail.com, or follow us on Twitter at podagainstevil, or follow us on Facebook at Pod Against Evil as well. With that, we're going to get on out of here, guys. See you later, Stan fans.